Hi, thanks for joining me. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me okay. Let me know that I'm coming through to you okay. This live will be streaming on a few different platforms. So don't forget to put your questions in. Don't forget to put your answers in. Join in with me. I'll be doing doing a live theory test lesson for you, making theory easy. That's what I do. I am making theory easy. So let me know, have you got a theory test booked? Do you need to take a theory test? Are you learning to drive? Have you failed a theory test? Let me know as we go through, and I'll let you know who I am. You let me know who you are. You let me know what your troubles and what your struggles are, and I'll aim to help you because I'm Annie and I'm making theory easy for you. So let me tell you who I am first of all, for those of you who don't already know me. My name is Annie. Like I say, let me know what you struggle with most and what particular questions do you struggle with, what particular topics do you struggle with. So my name's Annie, I'm an ADI. That means I'm an approved driving instructor. I've been a grade A driving instructor for about 10 years now. I'm also on the official register for driving instructor trainers. I'm an audit trainer. So I train people to become driving instructors, but I'm also a theory test expert. I became a theory test expert because so many people were contacting me, telling me that they are struggling to pass the theory test, telling me they've failed time and time again. They just don't know how to revise. Let me know, is this you? Have you failed your theory test, or are you struggling to know how to revise? Because that's what I'm here for. Annie here, making theory easy for you. So I became a theory test expert. I created a theory test course. You can see it here. If you go to this link, you can see my course, testbuddy.app/live. I created this course, which has got everything in it that you need in order to pass your theory test. It's taken me hours, years to create. I've listened to all your problems, find out what your struggles are, and I put it all into this course. I'll tell you all about it in a bit. So for the course, I've been awarded the most innovative driving school, which is fantastic. I'm really proud of that award. And from a driving school, which is called Spot On Driving, I've been awarded Superior Achievement and Excellence. That's my certificate right there, the top one. And I'm really proud of those awards. And I'm also proud of the fact that the DVSA, who's the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, they've looked at my courses and they're really happy with the content of my courses and how I'm helping you to pass your theory test. And they've given me all of the official DVSA questions. All the official practice questions are in my course. And the great thing is, if the theory test changes, if any questions are taken out or more questions, more topics are brought in, then they'll let me know first of all. So the course will always be the most updated content, which is amazing. And I'm really proud of that as well as my award. But I'm even more proud when I get comments like this one. This person signed up for my course. I started yesterday, have done 5 hours, which is a lot in a day, isn't it? 40% of the course is done, and I'm passing with 48 and 49 out of 50, with lots of the course still left to do. Your videos are outstanding, and your content is explained so very well, it's virtually impossible to not take it in. Thanks for making a great course. This is the link here if you want to have a look at it. And then a week later, this young man got in touch and said he passed with 50 out of 50, 100% he got on the course, on his test, after going through my course, which is awesome. And I'm really proud of that result. I'm proud of what my course can do for you, for him, and what it could do for you. Another one here, I wanted to say a massive thank you to Annie. I sat my theory for the 5th time yesterday and came back with 49 out of 50 on the questions and 63 out of 75 on the hazard perception. I'm so thankful for the course and the confidence it gave me, and the results. Will definitely recommend it to friends. It's well worth the purchase for results like that. Many thanks again. I created this course because the official pass rate from the government, the official pass rate is only 47%. That means 53% of people are failing their theory test. Let me know, are you one of those people that have failed? And I'll let you know what's actually in the course before I start my first lesson. So stay with me. I've got 3 lessons to go through with you that are going to help you to pass. It's going to help you to make theory easier for you. So what's in my course? Let me know where you're from, and thanks for joining me, everybody. Lovely to see all your names. So theory test course has got things like worksheets. You can fill these in if you want to as you're watching all the video tutorials. There are about 90 video tutorials, so for every single topic there's 14 theory topics. For every single theory topic there's a worksheet to fill in if you want to. There are a few video tutorials. There's a fact list you can listen to, you can read, you can print off if you want to. And then for every topic, there's all the official practice questions. There is a mini mock test. Then there are full mock tests, case studies and techniques on anxiety, techniques on how to do hazard perception, techniques on how to answer questions. And there's games in there. That means there's everything in the course that you could possibly need. And you will be 100% prepared to pass when you go all the way through it. It's had more than 5,000 passes so far, which is incredible, isn't it? So today's lesson, I'm going to cover my traffic light technique, easy arm signals, and my 2-step question technique. Let me just tell you what they're about. Do you ever struggle to remember the colours of the motorway studs? Just let me know, put a comment in, put a yes or a no in if you struggle or you don't struggle with remembering the colours of the motorway studs, because I'm going to make it super easy for you in the next technique. In my first lesson, like I say, I call it my traffic light technique. Let me stand up so I can go through it with you. And I'm going to be using my set of traffic lights to help you really easily know and learn the colours of the motorway studs. So I can see there's quite a few people saying, yes, I do struggle. I know you struggle. But if we think about it, there's only 4 to learn. So I'm going to make it super easy. I'm going to give you a technique to make it really simple for you. And I've called it, like I say, my traffic light technique. On this picture here, I've made them lines. I've made lines so that you can easily see what the colours are. First of all, I know some people say, what are motorway studs? What are you talking about? What even are motorway studs? Do you know what motorway studs are? Do you know what a different name for motorway studs are? What do you call them, or what do your parents call them? What do your family call them? Because motorway studs is not the words that most people use. So let me know. Can anybody help the other people? What is another word? Yeah, absolutely. So motorway studs, cat's eyes. So a lot of people call them cat's eyes, but we'll call them motorway studs from now on so that we're not going to get confused. And what they are is they're studs in the road, like this one here, studs in the road, in the tarmac, in between the lanes, so that you know as you're driving along and it's dark, it's bad weather, you know what lane you're in, because your lights will shine up on the studs and you will see the different colours and you'll know what lane you're in. Are you on a motorway and you're driving along for a long time? You can actually forget whether you're in lane 1, lane 2 or lane 3. You can forget. So the motorway studs are there to help you. You'll also know when you can come off a motorway, because the motorway stud colours will change. Does that make sense? So let me know. Put a Y for yes in the comments if that makes sense, that the colours, you'll know where you are because your lights will shine onto the studs, and you'll know when you can come off the motorway because the stud colour will change. Fantastic. Okay, let's start off with a question and we'll see how many different answers we get in, and then we'll go through the technique. So the question is, what colour are the motorway studs between lane 1 and the hard shoulder? Do you know what? If you don't know, put DK in the comments. If you do know, put the colour down. If you think you know, if you want to have a guess, then put the colour maybe with a question mark at the end of it. So I'll wait for a few answers to come in. So put your answers in and let me know, what colour are the studs between lane 1 and the hard shoulder? Cool, so I've got a few different answers coming in, which tells me that you need my help. You need to learn this technique. You need to find it super, super easy to know these colours by the end of this. Keep putting your answers in so I know what you know. I know what you think. And I can see a few DKs as well for don't know. So put DK if you don't know. Excellent. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll talk to you about my traffic light technique. I need you to interact with me. If you interact with me, it's really going to help you to learn even more. It's going to help the information go into your unconscious mind even more. This is an interactive lesson, not just me talking at you. So if you join in with me right now. So let's use my traffic lights. Let's go through the colours first of all. Then I'll show you how you can relate these colours to the motorway studs really easily. What does it mean if the red traffic light shows? So put some comments into the comments box. What does it mean if the red traffic light shows? So put some answers in now. Keep going with those answers. Awesome, brilliant. Fab, yeah, absolutely. Red means stop and wait. Say it out loud, it will help you to remember properly. So red means stop and wait. Now, what does it mean if the green traffic light goes? So it shows, green traffic light shows. What does it mean if the green traffic light shows? So put some answers in the comments again. What do you think it means? I know you know what it means, but let's put the comments in anyway. Let's interact as if you're in this classroom with me. Fab. So green, doesn't it? Green means go. If it's safe, of course, always if it's safe, isn't it? But green means go. Okay, so what does it mean if the amber traffic light shows? So let me know what you think it means if the amber traffic light shows. So a lot of people not quite sure about this one. Okay, so let me give you a clue. Amber either means go or it means stop and wait. It means one of those two. It doesn't mean get ready to, it doesn't mean prepare to. It either means go if it's clear or stop and wait. Think about which of those would be the safest option. Would it be safest to go on amber or to stop and wait on amber? Which of this is the safest? And I'll tell you the right answer in a minute. You need to know what this means to drive safely, so you don't break the rules, so you can pass your driving test and you can answer lots and lots of theory test questions as well. So let me go through it with you. Amber actually means stop and wait. So red means stop and wait, amber means stop and wait, green means go a bit safe. Okay, so amber means stop and wait as well. Does that make sense? I know some people think it means go, but it doesn't. It means stop and wait. Now, you need to know which colours of motorway studs are in which lanes. So let me tell you about my traffic light technique. So answer me this question. Where do you go if you're braking down? You're driving along a motorway and the car starts breaking down. Where would you go? What's that lane called on the left that you take your car into if you were braking down? So put your answers in for me. Brilliant. Yeah, so if you're braking down, you're on a motorway and you're braking down, you go onto a lane called the hard shoulder. The hard shoulder is that extra lane on the left that you don't normally drive in. Okay, so it's called the hard shoulder. So you go in the hard shoulder if you're braking down, and you're going to have to stop and wait for someone to come and help you fix your car. Red means stop and wait. You go on the hard shoulder to stop and wait. So what colour studs do you think are next to the hard shoulder? What colour studs do you think are next to it? Absolutely. Red studs. Red means stop and wait. You go on the hard shoulder if you have to stop and wait because you've broken down. So red studs are next to the hard shoulder. Can you see how super easy this is when you know it's really easy? Okay, the next one. What is the lane called that you use to go on and go off a motorway? Do you know what that extra lane is called, or what the lane is called that you use to go off a motorway and the lane that you use to come onto a motorway? Do you know what that's called? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it is. It's called a slip road, a slip road. So you use a slip road to go on and go off a motorway. Green means go. So what colour studs do you think are next to the slip roads? Put your answers in. I know you know it now, but put your answers in. It will help you to remember it forever. Write it down, post answers in. Fantastic. Green studs. If you just joined, I'm just explaining the colours of the motorway studs. We've decided that you use a slip road to go on and go off a motorway. We know that green means go, so green studs are next to the slip road. Isn't it easy? Next colour. So now you know two of the colours. There's only 4 to learn. You know 2 of them. So next question. What is the centre of a motorway called? So you've got 3 lanes of cars travelling up the road. You can see the red car in lane 1, the blue car in lane 2, and the yellow car in lane 3. And you've got 3 lanes of traffic coming down the road. This motorway has 3 lanes on it. And then in the middle, separating the carriageways, you've got a grass verge and a metal barrier. That's the centre of the motorway. In the centre of the motorway, there's a grass verge, there's a barrier, and it's called the central reservation. Does that make sense? The centre of a motorway is called the central reservation. Okay, so let's come back to my traffic light technique. You've got these 3 colours here. You've got red, amber and green. At the top, you've got red. At the bottom, you've got the colour green. In the centre, you've got amber. In the centre colour in the traffic lights is amber. The centre of a motorway is called the central reservation. And next to the central reservation are amber studs. Does that make sense? Put a Y or a yes in the comments if that makes sense to you. The centre colour is amber. The studs next to the centre of a motorway are amber. It's called the central reservation. And that's the 3 colours in the traffic lights. You know where red is, you know where amber is, you know where green is, you know where those studs are now. The only other colour that you need to know are white. And white studs are between the lanes. That's easy, that's the easy one. White studs are between the lanes. Look at the yellow car. There's white studs to the one side of you and white studs to the other side of you, and that means you're in the centre lane. If there's white studs to both sides of you, you're in the centre lane. Does that make sense? How do you find that technique? That's my traffic light technique, and now it's super easy for you to answer those questions. You just need to stop and think before you put your answer in. Do that now as we're going through these 4 questions. Just stop and think before you put your answer in, and you'll definitely get them right. First question, what colour are the motorway studs between lane 1 and the hard shoulder? Are they red, white, amber or green? So you've got a couple of seconds for you to put your answers in. And now I can see so many more correct answers coming in, which is fantastic. That is awesome. You're absolutely right. The studs between lane 1 and the hard shoulder are red. You go on the hard shoulder if you've broken down and you need to stop and wait for help. Red means stop and wait. Red studs are next to the hard shoulder. Easy, isn't it? Next question. How are you doing? What colour are the motorway studs on both sides if you're in lane 2? So have a think about this. What colour are the studs on both sides if you're in lane 2? So keep putting your answers in. Brilliant. Again, so many great answers coming in. And the answer is white. Look at the yellow car. Look at the yellow car above my head. There's white studs to both sides of the yellow car. That yellow car is in lane 2. Does that make sense? What colour are the motorway studs between lane 3 and the central reservation? Between lane 3 and the central reservation, are they red, white, amber or green? So stay with me. If you've only just joined, then you can hear the recap and you will learn. It's so easy because this technique is super easy, and it's all in my course. If you want to have a look at my course while you're answering, that is the link for it, testbuddy.app/live. I'll tell you about it in a bit though. Yeah, fantastic answers coming in. So the answer there is amber. Amber studs are between lane 3 and the central reservation. How do we know that? How do people know that? Okay, so amber, the central reservation is the centre of the motorway. The centre colour in the traffic lights is amber. So amber studs are next to the central reservation. Amber studs are next to the centre of the motorway. Does that make sense? Okay, and final question. What colour are the motorway studs next to the slip roads? Are they red, white, amber or green? The studs next to the slip roads. So pop your answers in the comments. Let me know what you think the right answer is. And I'll confirm it in a minute with you. Remember, we use a slip road to go off and to go onto a motorway. So the colour of the studs next to the slip road, you're absolutely right, is green. Green, look at the picture here. You see the red studs, I've done them as lines on this picture to help you, but the red studs change to green studs when it's a place for you to go off the motorway. Green traffic light means go. You can go on and go off a motorway using a slip road. That's it. That's my traffic light technique. That technique took me ages to devise, so I can help you learn the colours of the motorway studs super easily. And don't you find it easy? Did you like that technique? Let me know. Just put some yeses in if you think that that's going to really help you to answer theory test questions in the future. Just put yeses in the comments for me. Let me know what you think. That'd be awesome to see. And I've put the traffic light technique in there because although it's only 4 colours, when you're just looking at questions and answers, you're not really giving yourself a way to learn these things. You're just trying to memorise them. Well, I've given you a way of properly learning and remembering forever with this technique. You can remember forever. All you need to do is think. Take your time when you're answering the questions. Don't rush them. And I've included this technique into my live lesson because the pass rate is really low. Do you agree with me? The just under 1.9 million tests taken, just under 879,000 passes. That's a 47.1% pass rate. That's the official government figures. That means 52.9% of people are failing their theory test, and that figure is too high. Why do people fail? Let me know just put a me in the comments. If this is you, put the word me in the comments. I don't know how to study. I don't have any motivation to study. I can't be bothered to study. I'm not understanding what I'm studying. I'm dyslexic. I find it really hard. I suffer from anxiety. I don't speak English as a first language. I'm far too busy. People fail for all types of reasons. I can see, yeah, people have dyslexia, people can't read, people don't read very well, all kinds of reasons why people are failing. Because just reading questions and answers is not good enough to help a lot of people. It might help some people, but it doesn't help most people to memorize. And then failing, is this for you? Is this how you feel? Failing is embarrassing. You having to tell people I failed yet again. And it's frustrating because you feel you've done everything you're supposed to have done, and it's really frustrating. You feel like it's a waste of time, but you really do feel it's a waste of money. Every time you take the theory test, it's £23 you've spent. £23, and if you've failed it, that's £23 wasted. And the worst thing for some people is this: that you are ready for your driving test, but you can't book it because you can't pass your theory test. Is that you? Because that is a situation for so many people, and it's so frustrating. Some people even tell me they've given up on driving. They've given up completely because they can't get through this theory test. Well, I know you can, and what I want to do is teach you to pass your theory test. I've just taught you the colours of the motorway studs. In 5 minutes, I've just taught you those colours, and you will know them, and you have learnt them forever, haven't you? When you're driving in 5 years' time, you'll still know what they are. Go and teach them to somebody. Go and teach them to a friend, a parent, a colleague, your dog. It doesn't matter. Go and say those words out loud because you now know them. What I want to do is carry on teaching you. I've got lots and lots of those lessons and those explanations and those techniques to help you learn and remember forever. And that's why I created this course. I created theory test course for you. The link is there above my head, testbuddy.app/live. If you want to have a look at it, I'll hold it up again in a second for you. But in this course, there are worksheets. So there are 14 theory test topics. Can you name any? Can you name any? I'll start from the beginning. I can name some of them for you. There is accidents is a topic on alertness, attitude, documents, hazard awareness, motorway rules, other types of vehicles, road and traffic signs, rules of the road, vulnerable road users. There's 14 of those topics. For every single topic, there's a worksheet that you can fill in if you want to. If you want to fill a worksheet in, you can do while you're watching the video tutorials. So there's a few video tutorials, like my traffic light technique. There's a few of those for every single topic. So you'll then find the learning easy because I've taught you. I haven't just expected you to look at questions and expected you to memorise the answers. I will teach you about the topic first. And then I've devised fact lists. So a list of the facts you need to know about every topic. You can print it out. You can read it on whatever device you use. This is an online course, so you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, you can do it on your iPad, it's up to you. So you can read those fact lists, or you can listen to them, because I've spent hours and hours creating audio, so talking into a microphone and editing that audio and putting that audio into the course, and all of those fact lists are in the course, so you can listen to them. You can listen to them as you're going to the gym, as you're brushing your teeth, as you're washing the dishes, as you're walking the dog. You can be learning without even thinking that you're learning, because that's what happens when you listen. If you think about it, you listen to a song, and who's ever learned the words of a song just because you've listened to the song? So you listen to the song once, then you hear it again a couple of days later, and then the next time you find yourself just singing along to that song. Yeah, and that's because you have learned without making any efforts to learn. That's how we all learn to talk in the first place, isn't it? By listening. And that's why I've put audio throughout the whole course, so you can learn by listening and learn when you're not even trying to learn. And then for every topic, all of the official DVSA practice questions are in there. Then there's a topic mock test of 10 questions. You do all the questions, all the official practice questions, do the 10-question mock test. When you've got all of those right, when you've got 100%, you move on to the next topic and do the same again. You do the worksheet, you watch the video tutorials, you listen to the fact list, have a go at all the questions and have a go at the topic mock test and move on to all sections. And then I've got case studies to practice. How to do case studies. I've got how to do hazard perception clips, how to answer questions, and then anxiety techniques. Whoever suffers from anxiety, let me just put a me in the comments. If you ever suffer with anxiety, and you feel so anxious that you don't have any confidence in yourself, you have no faith in yourself, you feel like you're going to fail, you know you're going to fail it again, you don't trust the right answers that you're putting in, so you change the right answers to the wrong answers. That's so many people suffer with that kind of anxiety. After you go through this course and go through the anxiety techniques, if you want to, you won't feel like that. You will be 100% prepared to pass, because it's had over 5,000 passes so far. Everybody that goes through the whole course, they all pass the test. You won't get through the whole course unless you're test ready. And you're not going to pay the full price. You're not going to pay $69.95. You're only going to pay the price of one single 1 hour driving lesson. Let me hold the link up for you there for you to go to. So this is the link to go to. I'll just hold it up there for you so you can see it while I'm talking about the bonuses. So the free bonuses that I'm offering as well are hazard perception course. You will get the hazard perception course absolutely free. So you'll be completely confident with hazard perception, what you're looking for, when to click, how many times to click. You'll be fully confident in that when you go through the hazard perception course, normally $9.99. You get it for free. Hypnosis course. So I'm a master practitioner of hypnosis. That one there is my certificate. So I've created 3 tracks for you. One for theory test, one for driving test, and one for driving. Those 3 tracks you can use, and they're yours to use forever. You just find somewhere calm, comfortable, warm, quiet, and you listen to the tracks. That's all you do is listen, to help you to get rid of more of anxiety, to help you to feel more confident. And then there's 2 free ebooks are the top 10 reasons for failure and the top 20 hardest theory test questions. That's 2 ebooks that you're going to get absolutely free, as well as 2 courses, and that's all worth $34.95. So $34.95 worth of free bonuses. You will only pay once. I see this question pop up again. You'll only pay once for the course. If you can use it forever. It's your course for you to use forever. There's unlimited access. You think, why would that be useful? Well, you know, when you've passed your theory test, and you're doing some driving on dual carriageways with your instructor, you could look at the videos on dual carriageways. When you've passed your driving test and you're going to go on motorways for the first time ever, you can go back to the theory course and look at the motorway driving section. So it's a lifelong investment in you, and you can use it for as long as you need it. And most people take 2 to 6 weeks. Good question. Most people take between 2 and 6 weeks to go all the way through it. But some people go through it in a week. It's entirely up to you, whatever time you have got. But what I do know is you really, really quickly see and hear how you are going to pass as soon as you start it. This person here sent me a message saying, I signed up yesterday, started today, 40% of the course is done, and I'm passing with 48 and 49 out of 50, with lots of the course still left to do. Your videos are outstanding and your content is explained so very well. It's virtually impossible to not take it in. Thanks for making a great course, and I hope to pass my theory next Thursday. And the following Thursday, this young man sent me this, a screenshot here, saying that he's passed with 100%, 50 out of 50 and 64 out of 75 on the hazard perception, which is absolutely awesome, isn't it? Now it's time to ask Annie. So put some questions into the comments for me. Have you got any questions for me? Now I've seen a couple of questions already that say, how is the new highway code going to affect the theory test? Don't worry about it. If the theory test questions change, if more questions are going to be added, then I will make those changes immediately in my course, and I will let all you know on all the different social media platforms. I'll put videos in and let you know. But at the moment, there's no change. At the moment, there's nothing you need to worry about. And yeah, I saw a question about how else can I study for the theory test? What do I need? I've been using an app. I don't understand why I'm struggling. What else could I do? So an app will have these things here. An app will have all of the official questions, mock tests, case studies, and hazard perception. You can use that. A lot of people will use an app and pass, but if you need more, if you want to guarantee you're going to pass, if you want to if you want to have a proper, full understanding of the theory of driving, then my course will have all of these things. So that's same as an app, but it also has about 90 video tutorials. It also has techniques on how to answer questions. It also has worksheets for you to fill in. It also has fact lists for you to listen to or read. It also has test anxiety techniques, and it also has games. So lots and lots of extra stuff to help you to properly learn and to properly understand the theory of driving, and make sure you do pass on your first or do pass on your next attempt. And you will only pay the price of one single 1 hour driving lesson. That's all you'll pay for the course, $34.99, which is about the price of one single 1 hour driving lesson. And you will feel like this. You'll be sending me a message like this one that says, I wanted to say a massive thank you to Annie. I sat my theory for the 5th time yesterday and came out with 49 out of 50 on the questions and 63 out of 75 on the hazard perception. I'm so thankful for the course and the confidence it gave me, and the results would definitely recommend to friends and family, as it's well worth the purchase for results like that. Many thanks again. Isn't that awesome? That's the kind of result that you can get, 49 out of 50, 50 out of 50, when you have a proper understanding of the theory. Let me tell you who I am. You tell me who you are. You tell me where you're watching me from. And I'll tell you who I am and what I'm doing here, if you don't already know me. So my name is Annie. As I'm going through this, always let me know what questions do you struggle with the most, so I can create even more content to help you. My name's Annie. I'm an ADI. That means I'm an approved driving instructor. I have been a grade A driving instructor for about 10 years. I'm also an audit instructor trainer. That means I'm on the official register for driving instructor trainers. And I've been doing that for many years as well. I'm also a theory test expert. And I became a theory test expert because I wanted to help you. I wanted to help so many people that were contacting me saying, I can't get through my theory test. I had somebody who contacted me and said, my husband has failed it 20 times. That means they had spent £460 on him failing. And he'd been failing for year upon year upon year. He did my course and passed it, smashed it on his next attempt. And that's what I want to do for you. And for this course, and it's pinned, you can see the website right there to go to sign up for the course. I've been awarded the most innovative driving school, which is amazing. My driving school is called Spot On, and I've been awarded Superior Achievement and Excellence. That's my certificate right there above my head, which again is awesome. Really, really proud of those awards. And I'm also proud of the fact that the DVSA have looked at my content, they've looked at my courses, and they're really happy with them. They're really happy with the help that I'm giving you guys, and they've given me all of the official questions to to put into my course, and they will let me know when the questions are updated, which is fantastic. So today I'm going through a live lesson to help you pass your theory test. Making theory easy is what I want to do. I've already gone through my traffic light technique. Have you seen that? Have you already seen that? I've gone through the traffic light technique. And next I'm going to go through easy arm signals, and then I'm going to go through my two-step question technique to help you answer any theory test questions super easily. So first of all, easy arm signals. Let's go through my easy arm signals and do this with me. This requires you joining in with me wherever you are. Do it discreetly if you're somewhere with other people around. So first of all, let's go through a question. What does this arm signal mean? The driver intends to turn right. The driver intends to turn left. The driver intends to slow down. The driver wants to keep you back. So put your answers in the comments and let me know what you think. Let me know what you know. Then I'll go through my lesson and we'll come back to the question. Does it mean A, B, C or D? The driver intends to turn right. The driver intends to turn left. The driver intends to slow down. The driver wants to keep you back. Okay, I've got lots of right answers, lots of wrong answers, some DKs for don't knows. Let's go through the lesson with you. Okay, so when you indicate left or right, when you put your indicators on, your indicator lights will flash at the front and back of the car, don't they? Just put some Y's for yes, put a Y for yes if you're with me, if you're understanding what I'm saying. When you indicate left or right, your indicator lights will flash, won't they? Yeah, fantastic. And when you press your brake pedal, do you know this? When you press your brake pedal, your brake lights will shine up at the back of your car. Did you know that one? So if your brake lights or your indicators aren't working, you can't tell other road users what you intend to do, can you? You can't tell them, and that's not safe. They won't know you're turning, they won't know you're slowing down. So you need to have another way of telling them what you intend to do. So there are 3 arm signals that you need to know. You need to know the arm signal to tell people you're turning right, the arm signal to tell people you're turning left, and the arm signal to tell people that you're slowing down. So let's go through them right now. First one is right. How do we tell people you're turning right if your indicators are broken? It's exactly the same as if you're on a bicycle and you want to turn right. You're just going to stick your right arm out of your window. And before you stick an arm out the window, you really want to check no one's coming past you, check your mirrors. But to tell people you're turning right, if your indicators aren't working, put your right arm out of the window. That's all you're going to do. So do it with me and say right, and that will help you to learn it forever. Brilliant. Let's move on to left. So you've learned one of them. There's only 3 to learn. You know one of them already. Let's cover left. If you want to turn left, you can't put your left arm out of the window. You've got a seat next to you. You might have a passenger next to you. The window's too far away. You're going to have to use your right arm for all of these signals. So for turning left, all you're going to do is forward circles as if you're pointing towards the other side of the car. You're pointing over to the left, forward circles. And look at the picture, you can see the arrows going round in a circle. Do you get that? Have a go at it and put D in the comments when you've had a go at it. So left is forward circles as if you're pointing your arm, you're pointing towards the left, over to the left side of the car. Easy, isn't it, when you know, when somebody goes through it with you? So that's left and right. You know they're super easy. There's only one more you really need to know, and that's if your brake lights aren't working, you need to tell people that you're slowing down. Look at the arrows on this picture. The arrows are going up and down. slowing down, up and down, slowing down, up and down. Say it out loud. It's really going to help you to learn it. And it's super, super easy when you know it like that. So slowing down is up and down. Fantastic. Let's come back to this question. What does this arm signal mean? The driver intends to turn right. The driver intends to turn left. The driver intends to slow down. The driver wants to keep you back. Now you can see here there are 4 answers, but there's only 3 arm signals we need to know. One of those is rubbish answer. One's completely rubbish. There isn't a sign for the driver wants to keep you back. So let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that answer altogether. Now you've made it a bit easier for yourself. So this arm is a right arm out of the window, and the arm is going, look at the arrows, the arm is going round in a circle. So what does that one mean? Right, left, or slow down? So pop your answer in the comments. I know you know the answer now. Keep them coming, that's awesome. So you're absolutely right. The driver intends to turn left. Let's go through them very, very quickly. Right is just your arm sticking out. Left is your arm in circles. Slowing down is up and down. Slowing down is up and down. They're easy when you go through them like that. That's my easy arm signals. Did you like it? Do you now know that your answer, or you won't be guessing at them anymore? You won't be guessing at the arm signals. Now you'll know absolutely what they mean. And not only that, if you're ever out and about, you will know what other people are trying to tell you if they're using arm signals. Fantastic. Arm signal is one that people do get mixed up with because they guess at them, they don't properly learn them, and it contributes to the pass rate, which is just 47%. 53% of people just under are failing the theory test. They're failing for all kinds of reasons. They have dyslexia, they have learning difficulties, they don't know how to study, they have no motivation to study, they don't speak English as a first language. They're not studying at all. They're failing for all kinds of reasons. And then the feeling that it's embarrassing and it's frustrating. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of their money. They don't like failing again and again and again, especially because they're never going to be able to book the driving test until you can pass your theory test. So what I'm doing, what I want to do is I want to teach you to pass your theory test. And that's why I created this course. Let me just tell you what this course has got in it. The link is there, testbuddy.app/live. If you want to sign up for my course, that's the link there. The course has got worksheets that you can fill in if you want to. It's got video tutorials for you to watch. It's got fact lists for you to read or listen to. It's got all the official questions to practice. It's got case studies, anxiety techniques, and so much more as well. So that when you've been through it, you are 100% prepared to pass your theory test. There's more than 5,000 passes with it so far. And you're only going to pay $34.99. Here is the link. You're only going to pay $34.99. You're only going to pay the price of one single 1-hour driving lesson. And you're going to get these free bonuses. You're going to get the hazard perception course worth $9.99, free. Hypnosis course worth $14.99, free. Top 10 reasons for failure ebook, top 20 hardest theory questions ebook, and that's all worth $34.95. You only pay once for it. You only pay once. It's your course for you to use forever, so you can come back to it in years to come, months to come, if you need to, because obviously it's going to help you with your driving as well. It takes most people between 2 and 6 weeks to go all the way through it. I have known people that have bought it the day before and just gone through some of it. You know now, I've just helped you to know the arm signals really, really easily, haven't I? I've just made it super easy for you. So if you go through some of the course, you know I can make some questions super easy for you. If you saw my traffic light technique, now you'll always answer questions about motorway studs really, really easily. So yeah, some people go through it in a day or so and don't do all of it. I do recommend you do all of it, of course, which is going to take you at least a week, I would imagine. More people take between 2 and 6 weeks. But as soon as you start it, you'll really quickly see and you'll really quickly hear how you'll pass, and you'll really quickly start to become confident about your next test. This is what Ames said. I just finished my second attempt and I passed 49 out of 50. Isn't that awesome? Thanks to you and your course. I felt so prepared going to test this morning. My usual pre-test anxiety was practically non-existent. Isn't that amazing? Now it's time to ask Annie. So what questions do you have for me? I saw a question earlier asking me about the traffic lights and about the forgetting the routine for traffic lights. So let me go through that with you. Do you want me to go through the traffic light sequence with you? Because it's really easy when you learn it like this one. Okay, so the sequence for traffic lights is, do it with me, red, red and amber, green, amber, red. Shall I do it again? It's red, red and amber, green, amber, red. Now you do it while I stay quiet. I'll just point. You say it out loud. Keep saying that today. Keep going through it in your head. When you see traffic lights, have a look at them and know what colours coming next, and pat yourself on the back when you do know, because it's only five in that sequence: red, red and amber, green, amber, red. It's only 5 in that sequence. You can learn that super easily. It just means you've got to learn it and stop looking at questions trying to memorise answers. Does that make sense? It's all in this course though, and the course is only $34.99. I go through all of the crossings with you. I go through absolutely everything that you need to know to make theory easy to pass. Let me tell you who I am, and I'll go back to telling you what I'm going to be doing with you in this live, why I'm here. I'm here to help you pass your theory test. But while I'm doing it, I always want to know what questions you struggle with most. I make notes. Even if I can't answer your questions, I will make notes, and I will eventually create lessons to help all of your queries. But yet most people do struggle with signs. Signs is covered a lot in my course, but yeah, a lot of people struggle with signs. My name is Annie. Hi, thanks for joining me. My name is Annie. I'm an ADI. That means I'm an approved driving instructor, a grade A driving instructor for about 10 years. I'm an audit instructor trainer. That means I'm on the official register for driving instructor trainers. I'm also a theory test expert. I'm doing this to help you to pass your theory test. I'm doing this because so many people were getting in touch with me saying the struggle to pass the theory test. I want to help you. And for my course, I created a course. Here's the link here. For my course, I was awarded the most innovative driving school, which is awesome. I'm really proud of that award. And for my driving school, I'm really proud as I got superior achievement and excellence. My certificates there hiding under the link. Really proud of those. I'm also proud that the DVSA has asked if I can look at my courses, and they're really happy with what my courses are, what I've produced and how I'm helping you. And I've given me all the official DVSA questions, and they will update me as soon as questions are updated. Let's get back to some lessons, shall we? So today I've covered the traffic light technique to help you learn the colours of the motorway studs. I've covered easy arm signals to make those 3 arm signals super easy so you remember them and learn them every single time. And now I'm going to go through my 2-step question technique. My 2-step question technique has been devised to help people who second guess themselves. Is this you? Do you ever second guess yourself? So you don't trust yourself. You think, no, that can't be the right answer. And you change the right answer to the wrong answer. And that's really, really frustrating, isn't it? Do you ever do that? I know lots of people do. So let me know. Put a yes in the comments if you do. So many people. It's so popular. It's so common, I should say. So the question I'm going to use to demonstrate my two-step question technique is, where should you avoid overtaking? So here are the 4 possible answers. Just after a bend in a one-way street, on a 30 miles per hour road, or approaching a dip in the road. So put your answers in if you want to, but what I want to do now is go through my two-step question technique to answer this question. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of 2 rubbish answers. There's quite often 2 rubbish answers and you can get rid of them completely. And I have got rid of in a one-way street and on a 30 mile per hour road. Do you agree that they are rubbish answers? Let me know. In a one-way street or on a 30 mile per hour road are rubbish answers. You are allowed to overtake on a one-way street and you are allowed to overtake on a 30 miles per hour road. So we'll get rid of those 2 and we're left with 2 possible answers. And I saw these 2 answers coming in earlier. Just after a bend and approaching a dip in the road. So now it's time for the next part of the technique. The next part of the technique is safest option. Those 2 words, safest option. Let's have a think, which is the safest or which is the unsafest thing to do? Now, it's okay to overtake after a sharp bend. And the question was saying after a bend. It's okay to overtake after a bend. It wouldn't be okay to overtake before a bend. Does that make sense? I know so many people get mixed up with the wording of that question. And then a dip in the road. You can't see what's in a dip in the road. I'll tell you what a dip in the road is. Let's get my car here. So where the road is going flat, the road goes down, then up again, then flat again. And this bit here is the dip in the road. And as you're driving along, you can't see what's in this dip. So that will be a really unsafe place to overtake. So approaching a dip in the road is the right answer there. And we've used a 2-step question technique to make sure that you don't second guess yourself. Let's go through another question. You're planning to tow a caravan. What will help the handling of the combination? Is it anti-lock brakes, power steering, breakaway cable, or stabilizer? Which of those 4 will help the handling of the combination? So what I want to go through with you now is, what do they mean by those words? Well, the combination, I know lots of people get mixed up with this. The combination just means the car and the caravan combined or joined together. Okay, does that make sense? Those 2 combined or joined together. The handling, well, sometimes they don't handle very well. Sometimes the caravan starts to sway like this. That's called snaking. And that snaking can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so the caravan could end up like this, which is obviously not what you want. So the question, you're planning to tow a caravan, what will help the handling of the combination? What will help to stop this from happening? Is it anti-lock brakes, power steering, breakaway cable, or stabilizer? Remember, the first step is to get rid of 2 rubbish answers. So which ones of those are rubbish answers? Now I'm going to get rid of anti-lock brakes and power steering. Anti-lock brakes won't stop this from happening. Power steering won't stop that from happening. Okay, so now we're left with 2 possible answers. We've got a 50-50 chance of getting the answer right, which is amazing. So the next thing we're going to do is think about the words safest option. And for this one to work, you're going to need to understand what is a breakaway cable and what is a stabilizer. I'm going to make it dead easy for you. I'm going to make it dead easy. Just stay with me. So let me explain what a breakaway cable is. A breakaway cable looks like that picture above me, okay? And it fits to the one side of the car, and one side fits to the brakes in the caravan. So if the car and the caravan accidentally break away from each other, the brakes on the caravan will come on. That will snap, the brakes come on, and the caravan won't roll away down the hill and crush into things and hurt people, kill people. So just say it out loud. A breakaway cable fits to the brakes in case the car and the caravan break away from each other. It's easy, isn't it, when someone's teaching you? And that's what a breakaway cable is. A breakaway cable fits to the brakes. A stabilizer is a metal bar like the one on the screen. It's a metal bar, and it fits between the car and the caravan. So it'll be here. You see the metal bar in here. And this metal bar, called a stabilizer, it keeps these two more stable. A stabilizer keeps the car and the caravan more stable. Just like stabilizers on a bike keep the bike and the child stable, stabilizers on a car keep the car and the caravan stable. Does that make sense? So therefore, the right answer there is stabilizer. A stabilizer will keep these more stable. A breakaway cable is a cable in case the car and the caravan break away from each other, and it fits to the brakes of the caravan. Does that help you? Let me know, because that is an awesome little lesson for you. This is my two-step question technique that I'm going through as well. So let's go through another one together. Let's do this one together. You're approaching traffic lights that have been green for some time. You should. Now what I want here are two rubbish answers. Give me two answers that are absolutely rubbish. Let's get rid of them. So accelerate hard, be ready to stop, maintain your speed, brake hard. Which of those two are rubbish? Is it A and B, B and C, C and D, A and D? Which two are rubbish? Put your answers in the comments for me. So did you get the same as me? Did you get accelerate hard and brake hard as rubbish answers? They're going to be rubbish answers, aren't they? We shouldn't be accelerating hard or braking hard. That's not a smooth way of driving, is it? So those two are rubbish answers. We're left with only two possible answers. You've already got a 50-50 chance of getting the answer right now. You don't have to think, is it A, B, C or D? You only have to think, okay, is it B or is it C? You've got a 50-50 chance of getting the answer right. So the next thing we need to do is think about the words safest option. You're approaching traffic lights that have been green for some time. You should be ready to stop, maintain your speed. What is the safest option? Now imagine you're driving toward traffic lights at 40 miles per hour or 30 miles per hour. What should you do? They've been green for some time. What should you do? Should you be ready to stop, or should you maintain your speed? What's the safest option? And you're absolutely right, most of you there. Be ready to stop is the right answer. And that's my two-step question technique to stop you from second guessing yourself, to stop you from putting the wrong answer, from changing the right answer into the wrong answer. Don't do that. You need to trust your unconscious mind. When you're answering a question, when you look at it as a question and you see the answers, the answer that you first think about, that's probably the one that's right. You probably, if you've done the work, you probably know the answer. So, did you like it? Has it helped anybody? Let me know. Will you have a go at that? The two-step question technique. get rid of 2 rubbish answers, and then think about safest option. Today's live, I have covered the traffic light technique to help you learn the colours of the motorway studs. I've covered easy arm signals with you and my 2-step question technique. That's just 3 of the 90 videos that are in my course, all to help you to learn, all to help you to pass your theory test, all making theory easier for you to pass. And I've shared those techniques today. I've shared these ones because there's a 53% of people are failing their theory test, just under 53% of people, for all kinds of reasons. They're failing because they don't speak English as a first language. They're failing because they have no motivation to study. Put me in the comments if this is you. They have no motivation to study. They're failing because they don't understand the wording of the question. They're failing because studying, just using questions and answers through an app, is just boring, and they find themselves just dozing off. They're failing because they have dyslexia. They have another learning difficulty. They can't read. They have anxiety, all kinds of reasons. Is that you? Why people are failing their theory test? And then they say, well, it's frustrating and embarrassing that I keep failing it again and again. It's a waste of time getting to and from the test centre and taking time off work, off college or whatever. It's just a waste of my time. But it's a waste of money, isn't it? How many times have you taken and failed your theory test, and how much money does that equal? Because if you failed it twice, that's £46. That's a lot of money, isn't it? And when you can't pass your theory test, you certainly can't even book your driving test, which is frustrating. So I want to teach you to pass your theory. I've done it this morning. I've done it today with traffic light technique. I've done it today with my easy arm signals. And I've done it today with my 2-step question technique. There's 3 things that I've covered for you, making theory easy for you. And I want to do that for you throughout the whole course. If you want to know everything step by step, you can sign up for this course. And it's got everything that you could possibly need to pass your theory test. It's got worksheets, picking the wrong thing up there. It's got worksheets that you can fill in if you want to while you're watching the video tutorials. It's got fact lists for you to read, for you to listen to, for you to print out if you want to. It's got all the official DVSA questions provided by the DVSA. It's got case studies, anxiety techniques. It's got mock tests. It's got 16 mock tests that I have put together so that within those 16 mock tests you will have covered every single practice DVSA question. Every single question you will have covered if you do those 16 mock tests. You don't need hundreds of mock tests. You need these 16 mock tests to say you've covered every single question. And then you need to pass 5 mock tests, one after the other, with a high score. And then you know you're test ready. That's why when you go through the course, you are definitely 100% prepared to pass. That's why my course has 5,000 passes so far. And I get messages, emails, texts, every single day from people saying, I've passed my test because of your course. And you won't pay $69.95. You only pay the price of one single 1-hour driving lesson. You only pay $34.99 for the whole course and for all the bonuses, which is a free hazard perception course, a free hypnosis course, and 2 free ebooks, top 10 reasons for failure, top 20 hardest theory test questions. That means you're getting £35 worth of bonuses when you sign up. You'll pay once. You won't ever have to pay again. It's not a monthly subscription. It's a one-off payment. You've got the course then for the rest of your life, if you want it for the rest of your life. And use it for as long as you need it. But most people take between 2 and 6 weeks to go through it. Some people buy it a day or 2 before the test because they've only just heard about it and they don't feel ready for the test, but they don't want to postpone the test. So they go through some of it and they get in touch saying, I passed, even just going through some of your course. Some people will buy it and do it every day for a week and do lots and lots of it for a week. And most people take between 2 and 6 weeks to go all the way through it. This is the link here for those of you that are asking. So you can screenshot now, or you can write that down, testbuddy.app/live. That's where it is. Cool. And you will very quickly see and hear how you're going to pass your theory test. You'll very quickly start to feel confident that you will pass your theory test when you start going through the course. What will happen is you'll get an email immediately and a link to go into your courses. Log in to the Test Buddy website when you get that link, and click on My Courses and go straight to Theory Test Course. And then you can go to the introduction, go through that and go to the next section and work your way through step by step. And by the end of it, you will be 100% test ready. Ames says, I just finished my second attempt at my theory test and I passed with 49 out of 50. Joe Arnold said, I passed my theory test first time. I got all the questions right. That's 50 out of 50, 100%. And I got a good mark on the hazard clips. I wanted to thank you. I'm 50 years old now and never thought I'd be able to do it. Isn't this brilliant? But with your course, TikToks, other lives, you made it easy for me to understand and remember. I couldn't have done all of that without all of that. So I want others to know they can do it too. You can do it too. This can be you. This could be your result. I have these messages every single day from people who have gone through my course and then find the theory of driving easy. By far the best theory teacher I've ever seen. Passed yesterday, used so many of your techniques. I'm loving the course, it's so helpful. My daughter passed a theory after going through the course. Anne-Marie is amazing. All of these messages from people who have been through the course. This course has helped thousands of people so far. This course can help you. You know how I've helped you learn all about my two-step question technique. I've taught you what snaking is. Snaking is using my caravan. I've taught you what a stabiliser is. You'll always remember what a stabiliser is and what a breakaway cable is. It fits the brakes in case these two break away from each other. So I've taught you so much in this live, and everything you need will be in the course. So it's time for you to ask me any questions. What questions do you have for me? So yeah, the course, I've seen this question earlier. The course is all online. So you'll get an email, you do it all online. Nothing comes through the post. It is suitable if you have dyslexia. It has helped many, many people with dyslexia in the past. So it will help you. You go through the whole course. Go through everything, and then when you get to the end, if you struggle with anything, that's when you get in touch with me and I'll be able to offer that little bit of extra help if you need it. And yes, there's lots and lots of stuff on road signs in the course. And here's somebody asked me, is how else can I study? How else can I study for the course? Well, you could buy the books. There's Highway Code, Know Your Traffic Signs, Driving the Essential Skills. If you like reading and you think you could learn through reading, then those 3 books are the books to buy. You could have a one-to-one with somebody. You could ask your driving instructor for some help. You could use an app. An app will have all the official questions, mock tests, case studies. It has a perception. The difference in my course is got all of this stuff. It's the same stuff as an app, but all of this extra stuff to help you learn before you look at questions. Looking at questions and answers is not the way to learn. It's not the way to learn. It's a way to try and memorise, but it doesn't work for everybody, does it? Do you agree? It doesn't work for everybody, which is why the pass rate is so low. So the course has absolutely everything you need, and you're not going to pay $69.95. You're only going to pay £34.99. And you will quickly see and hear this person very quickly saw and heard and felt confident. I signed up yesterday, it started today, 40% is done. Passing mock tests with 48 and 49 out of 50. Videos are outstanding. Content is explained so very well, it's virtually impossible to not take it all in. Thanks for making a great course. And I hope to pass my theory next Thursday. I hoped he would pass his theory the following Thursday. The following Thursday, I got an email with this image to say he passed with 100% in the questions, 50 out of 50, and 64 out of 75 in the hazard perception clips. Isn't that an absolutely awesome result? So thank you for joining me. I will make sure you follow me, make sure you subscribe to me, whatever platform you're watching me on. Make sure you follow me, make sure you subscribe to me, and I'll be doing lots more of these lives. Annie Winterburn here, making theory easy. If you want to have a look at my course screenshot right now, you can see it there. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on this link as well, go to this link as well. So I hope to see you again soon. I hope I've helped you. Annie Winterburn, making theory easy. Thanks for joining. Bye.